How did I meet Andy? Well, do you want to know the real story or what we tell people?
What did she say?
We tell people that we got set up on a blind date from a mutual friend. However, we actually met online.
Did you? Did she say we met online?
But we really did have a mutual friend who wanted to set us up. She was in my ward, and about 6 months before we met online, she had told me, I have this friend who's a high school teacher and he coaches basketball and volleyball, and I think you guys would really hit it off.
Met up for ice cream was our first date, almost exactly a year ago. And yeah, that was it, just a quick little ice cream date, and then we went home.
What stood out to me the most was how tall he is. Like the first time I met him, I didn't know, well, maybe I knew that he was 6'5", but my dad is 6'11", and so being tall is definitely something that I'm drawn to. So that was probably the first thing that I noticed about him that I really liked.
She's very just genuine. She just gets along with everybody she meets, and she's just kind of has a very soft, easy to get along with personality. And when you meet her, it's kind of hard to think how, you know, she could ever be upset or anything, just because she's so, you know, soft-spoken and generous and kind.
He's just so caring. And the second week I think that we were dating was Valentine's Day. And this has stuck with me ever since we met. He wanted to go visit his mom because he thought she was gonna be alone on Valentine's Day. So like the second week that we dated, we went up to go visit his mom so he could check on her and make sure that she was okay. But then I also got to meet her for the first time. So it was great.
When I realized that she would look past my own imperfections and make me a better person, is really probably the tipping point for me that made me commit more than I had. And deciding to get married was really knowing that pulling the trigger on proposing and getting married was going to result in, you know, me being surrounded with someone who is going to make me a better person for the rest of my life.
How did I know that I loved Andy? I think it was on our trip in Boston. We went back to Boston to celebrate my dad's '86 championship team with the Celtics, and I think it was while we were walking around downtown Boston, just having fun. I felt so comfortable with him, and I felt like he treated me better than anybody else I had dated, and I think I knew then that I loved him. So he proposed by floating lanterns. We had talked a couple weeks prior about doing it. It was my birthday then, and you can't buy them here in Utah. You have to get them shipped in. So
we went to Slackwater. While we were at Slackwater, all of my volleyball girls and my friends and her sister went to a park in Syracuse. There's a big pond and a bridge that goes over the pond, and they were supposed to be getting stuff set up and ready to light off Chinese lanterns.
The day before, he had told me that he ordered them, and he was like, well, if we get them in time, then we'll get to do them tomorrow. And I thought, okay, like not really thinking anything of it. So that night he took me to dinner.
When we were at the Slackwater Pizza, I texted everyone and said, hey, we're about to leave. But it was like 15, 20 minutes earlier than what I told him. So usually we don't really stay and eat or stay and talk after we go somewhere to eat. We eat and then we get the heck out of there. And so I had to find some way to stall, and so I just kept eating chips. I started eating her food. I just kept doing whatever I could to stall, and the only thing I could think of was to eat.
We had gone to a park near his house, and we went over to a bridge over the water, and we were getting them ready to light, and he left the lighter in his car. So we had to put the lanterns down on the floor, and as we did that, he dropped to one knee and he asked me to marry him.
Did she say yes?
Wait. Yeah, she did.
Go to Disneyland.
It's like wanting to go to Disneyland.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Well, when we're married, we're not gonna have to drive to see each other, so that'll be nice. She's been living in Salt Lake. I don't know if she's looking forward to this very much, but I am actually pretty excited to have kids and start a family.
What I'm looking forward to the most is being with him 24/7. Right now it's kind of hard where we have to say goodbye, and I'm just really looking forward to not having to say goodbye.